This video is about academic language support. This has to do with how to talk in class so that we can build better discussions. There's a link to it on your main resources document, and we will use it throughout the year to improve the way we talk. So there's a lot of resources here that I share with you guys, but the most important one is literally this file right here that says academic language support, right? So it's right in the middle of the list of files. So what it is a list of sentence starters that you can use to structure your conversation, whether you're trying to introduce an idea or make or conclude something, compare something to something else, etc., etc., etc. If you scroll down on that, by the way, I do have a printed version of this that I usually keep in the classroom. So in days that we're going to be talking a lot, or in the beginning of the year, I will have them available. But it's a good thing to have, especially if you find that you get stuck when you're trying to talk. Now, these are some additional supports to get the conversation going when it stalls. So on this third page here, it's not so much to start conversations, but to keep the conversation going, right? So I practice this with you guys throughout the year so we can have our discussions be a higher quality. The fourth page talks about things that you can do to help you be more active in the discussion, which is active listening. A few things you can do is nod or lean forward to show people that are talking that you are paying attention to them. You can also say things like interesting, yeah, right, or do snaps to agree with something that someone is saying. You can take notes while the speaker is saying of ideas that you thought of while the person was talking or questions that you have. And then you can use that to get the conversation going after the person finishes. You should track the speaker. Look at the speaker so that you can actually pay attention more this way. Once the speaker is done, acknowledge what the speaker said, praise something about what the speaker said, paraphrase what they said, validate, which is basically saying like good job, and then add your comments, even if you're disagreeing, or ask questions, or expand on what the person said. That is the best way to keep the conversation going. So it will look something like this. Someone just said something, then I will go and say, well, thank you, Michael, for participating on today, and I really like what you said about this, this, and that. And I kind of understood that what you're coming from was this, 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 and this, and that, and then you summarize what the person said, and then you say, I agree with you because blah, 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 or I disagree with you because blah, 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 or I would like to add that because blah, 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 and you can use the sentence starters for that too. And always, always let others finish talking. Write your questions and thoughts down instead of interrupting, right? So these are some awesome skills that you can do to that. The last sort of pages are just some games that I use throughout the year to help you get used to talking to each other a bit better. And I use this a lot in classes that get stuck, that just don't like to talk. So hopefully that helps, and we'll use this throughout the year to get awesome at talking. And if I do my job right, by the end of the year, you don't need me anymore to get discussions going.